That's it.
Oh my God, we are live!
Hi, hi,
Hi.
hi, hi,
Hello,
everybody.
everyone. This is a first. Never done that before.
And it's a welcome back to Diary of an Actor as well,
Yes.
because we have been quiet and we've had a lot of inquiries as to where we are and what we're doing next. And so this is a moment of an opportunity for us to say what is coming in a new season. And most importantly, to introduce this person here sitting next to me, who without quite simply Diary of an Actor would not be, could not be. This is Cecile Delapierre,
Hi.
fabulous actress and filmmaker, cinematographer and director,
Yeah.
and my wife. And really a massive inspiration in making that series possible and all the incredible episodes that were created are down to her creativity.
Yep,
So,
I have a wave. Hello.
oh,
Graham.
we're on pause on Instagram, apparently.
No, we're not.
Oh, good.
I just say hi back.
Oh, and hello. Someone's saying hello. See, I can't see anything. Even with these glasses, I cannot see anything. So I'm, again, relying very heavily on Cecile here to communicate to me what's going on. So, yes, darling, do you want to say something a little bit about
Well,
how we started this?
We started Diary of an Actor
2015,
four
February
years ago.
2015.
We had just barely moved from
Nearly 4
LA
years.
to New York, and it was a way for us to just give advice and tips, and also for me, just create content, have a way of filming New York, and yeah, it's just getting more proactive in the industry, supporting each other, supporting other actors. And yeah, we started with just you talking about different topics and
Yeah. Diarrhea of an actor is
yes.
what Cecile called it for a long time, because you have no idea how many minutes she had to edit to get down
Yes,
to that
absolutely.
relatively short segment of episode. Uh, and I think our first episode was in the snow. It was in a blizzard, wasn't it? Didn't we shoot it?
No, it was the second one
That
or
was
the
the second
third
one?
one, but we did in Prospect Park.
Yeah.
We really wanted to do most of the episodes outdoors.
Yeah. The
And
idea was to also show a different aspect of New York
yeah,
every time we shot an episode.
yeah.
I think what generated it was back in Los Angeles when I was approached by British Equity, the Actors Union in London, in the UK. They'd been asking for people to step up and help create a profile for equity, create a presence for British Equity in Los Angeles. And I got talking to Matt Hood, who at the time was in charge of membership. I think he's director. I know he's gone up. Sorry, Matt. I don't remember what, but he's been promoted. And he, of course, comes still to LA and to New York. And it was from there realizing the number of people who were considering moving to New York or to LA to pursue their career as actors, not necessarily just from the UK, but also from around the world, and vice versa. Those from America who were looking perhaps to start a career in Europe or in London or in England. So that is what really created the seed for the idea of actually developing this series. And it was first called Diary of a Failed Actor,
Yes.
which if you see the first episode, it explains why I called it that.
I'll put the links down on the comments so you can see all the first 15 episodes, 14 episodes were Diary of a Failed Actor, and then we switched.
Yeah, to Diary of an Actor.
And just we were doing also on a weekly basis, like
oh my
film,
goodness,
shooting, editing.
We sometimes shot 2 episodes in a week.
Yeah.
Then you edited them, but we were able at that point to churn out an episode a week. Because at that point we just arrived and we were as busy.
Have more work, enough work, so
And so our work is a reason why suddenly Diary of an Actor became reduced as to the number of episodes that we were creating. The change of name came about because we started then to interview guests, and there's an irony to the title, and obviously though I couldn't have my guests saying, "Hi, my name is and this is Diary of a Failed Actor." That didn't look cool.
No, that didn't look
so
right.
We had to change the title. My British subscribers were very upset that we'd done that, But the Americans have been saying, well, you really can't call it Diary of a Failed Actor. It won't be that
Well,
popular.
yes, though the word
But
failure is
yeah, it's
yeah.
not something that one wants to dwell on, and they don't want to dwell on it
Though I
here.
did like it. I liked it
Yeah,
very
well,
much.
it was a good name. So now Diary of an Actor goes into a new season, and here we are doing this live
We don't
stream.
really have like, well, seasons is a big word
It
because
is a big
we
word.
were
Yeah.
kind of we haven't done an episode in over a year, so it's like, well, where was the season 1, 2, 3? Like we don't
Yeah.
give it names of like seasons. It's more like, okay, now we want to change the format a bit because, well, first of all, it takes so much time to create and edit, and my workload has been immense, and I don't have that luxury of doing episodes like this. The amount of work editing is crazy, um, but we want to commit more at it and try to do at least one interview and one episode, edited episode per month,
A month. Yeah, at least one.
and have more guests, also maybe in live streaming, maybe sharing the live streams with guests, maybe in England, in
Yeah.
France, maybe bring people from all around the world who want to talk about any subjects that they have in mind.
Relevant to
The
what diary
acting, yeah.
an actor is
Yeah.
engaged in.
Mm.
So please, if there are anything particular that you want to talk about in a forthcoming episode, and yeah, we're going to endeavour to do a live stream every week. We won't announce
We'll try
it
to do it every week, yeah.
as we have announced this one, but it will pop up. There's no.
You can do live streams on your own.
Yeah, that's scary. I can,
When
except
I'm
the
not
only
around.
problem is I can't read. I can't, as I said, I can't see.
Well, right
what
now
people
we
are
don't
saying.
have that many people watching,
No.
but it doesn't matter because you can watch it anytime. It will be available on our page, and it's our first time, so we're super excited.
Yeah, absolutely.
From our new home in Greenpoint.
Yes, that was a lot of big things have been happening last year. Big changes, and all for the better. And we will talk about that more later. But one of the big ones for us was this move to this beautiful neighborhood in Brooklyn, historic Greenpoint. So it makes life so much easier for us because the travel into Manhattan from where we were was crazy long.
Yeah.
At least 2 hours, an hour and a quarter on a good day, and it could be up to 2 hours on a bad day. And it's 26 to 30 minutes from here. So, and we can even have the choice of a ferry if we want, which is a 10-minute walk from here, and 20 minutes, and boom, you're in Manhattan.
Yeah.
So that is a huge boon. And so so we're going to, as I say, we're going to look at next week. We're planning, as we are in the midst of awards season, and I personally have had to. With Cecile, vote for SAG-AFTRA. I've had BAFTA, which on this occasion I had to decline from voting because I didn't have time because of other things that I'm doing and developing.
But there was so much to watch, so much.
That's something to talk about.
We'll talk about that as well because it's been like, discussing with other actors. Oh, did you see this? Did you see that? I was like, oh my God, I feel like I've been watching things every single night, or going to screenings and going and I'm a bit oversaturated of and every night I go to sleep with like crazy dreams and because of what I've watched, and so anyway.
I think BAFTA does it right actually, because they only give you one episode, because you're looking at 46 series, you're looking at about 20 limited drama series, you're looking at 41 documentaries, and so they only give you an episode of each because obviously you're not going to sit down and watch the whole flipping series. However, with SAG, there are a couple that only give you one episode, but there are several, thankfully, that do give you the full series. Killing Eve, I knew of but hadn't had a chance to see. Barry turned out to be a surprise.
Barry was really good.
Barry was great fun.
And
Versace was not what I was expecting.
One of my favorites is Sharp Objects. But we'll talk about all of this probably in the following week. Yeah. Yes.
those protagonists from that. They, I think actually the SAG-AFTRA Awards are this weekend. I do believe. I know I have to vote today by
27.
midday today Pacific
Yeah.
time is the last time to vote. So.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yes, so
If you have any questions, any particular subjects that you want to talk about, you want us to talk about, or if you would like to be a guest on Diary of an Actor, you can reach out to us on our Instagram, Facebook, and yes, we really look forward to have new content for you guys.
New content, and it'd be very exciting to have an exchange of words live whilst streaming.
Yes.
As well.
Hopefully, this will grow as much as we do. We start doing it more and start building an audience and.
Absolutely. And what did we say? The subjects here we wanted to sort of touch on, and women in film.
Well, I definitely want, because I'm on both sides of the camera, and also acting has been coming back in the picture for me, as I kind of set it aside for quite a long time. I want to talk about that and how challenging it is to be a woman director as well.
One episode is going to be all on Cecile, so we are going to have an episode.
And how also to manage your life as when you have multiple activities, and when you do. Some people are they have their own business. Some people are producers, writers, but also the challenges of making a living. How all of those things that can be very stressful and easy. So.
But an everyday occurrence for people in this industry. Or any industry where you're self-employed and there is no definite solid income or revenue, and you have to use your wits in order to keep bobbing above the waves, and also to make sure that you are seen and that you are doing what you love.
Yeah, and it's maybe interesting to ask other people, what are their means of
what do you do to
what do you do? I mean, some people are bartending or being a waitress, but some people have really created something, a business that can
well, it serves other people in the industry as well, other actors and other individuals.
Like Darren with We
Darren,
Audition.
Darren, and
Hi,
Richard,
Darren, if you're listening.
With We Audition and We Rehearse, which is such an incredible creation for actors and for others in the industry, for casting directors, producers, and directors. And I think he's currently in Poland. He certainly was. Certainly, I think for the past couple of months, he's been buried in England with Richard, developing this further. And I do hope that, I mean, really, if you haven't checked up on this, look at that We Audition episode.
I'll put the link as well.
Because it is something that I believe is going to change hugely the landscape of acting. And that this is probably going to become a much more common way of us being interviewed for jobs, and it already pretty much is. But curiously,
it is.
For theatre
you do self-tape all the time.
Right? Not just self-taping for film and television, but I mean, I and others have self-taped for theatre. And then when you have a callback, you have a system like this where you're in the room with the producers and the director and artistic director of the theatre, and it is a bit alienating to begin with, especially for a theatre audition, to find yourself looking at a screen and they're looking at you on a screen and you've got to give a stage performance, even though they're looking at you on a screen, and you think, oh, wait a minute, this should be smaller.
Well, last year I auditioned We Audition for a live event that was taking place in New York called Mend, and it was for Mother's Day, women talking about motherhood, femininity, feminism, and I got auditioned through We Audition. It was very interesting and quite extraordinary.
And then you had a callback. You had to do.
I had a callback also through We Audition, and I booked. Well, I didn't feel like I was booking anything, but I felt like I met amazing people through and women and through the platform, and now we keep our relationship. I say hi to Humanity Project and
expanding
Open
the
Letter.
network.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm. And Deborah.
Networking again, another big
Yeah.
thing that's always important.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of us personally, can't stand having to do that. Terrible thing to say, but you're pushing yourself out there and going to
Well,
parties and
First of all, he's not doing any social media. If you guys, I have seen every episode. Thank you both for creating the episodes. They have useful information in them. Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you.
That's very kind. Thank you.
I will read that again because I can't, as I say, read it. It's about the third time I've said that, but anyway. But thank you very much. And that I did have that extraordinary experience. I was going to Cal. Actually, Cal. I haven't seen Cal for ages. I was going to help him somewhere in Manhattan to help him with a one-man show he was doing. I was going to sit down and watch it. And I was early, so I sat in a cafe and I was having a cup of coffee. And I saw this young girl and a chap walk past, and then they walked back again. And she was looking at me, and she came in, and she said, "Are you John Pirkis?" And I thought, I wasn't sure what this was going to relate to. I thought she was going to say something about Gotham or the Tick or whatever, but she suddenly said, "You're Diary of an Actor." And she said, "I have to thank you." And she was Spanish, and her friend was from Argentina. And the reason that they were in Manhattan was because they'd watched Diary of an Actor.
That's amazing.
And decided
because it's not
make
like
a
we have promoted it a bit, but
Mhm.
it's not like we're not. I'm not 100% on it. You're not 100% on it. We've been trying to just to get the word out there, but
it's very rewarding when you do get that feedback, and you do know that you're doing something that is being helpful to somebody out there.
I mean,
encouraging them.
we have
we
have no sponsors. We have no. It's not.
Is that an advert for a sponsor?
No. Well, maybe it's not generating any money, like at all,
No,
and it's fine with that.
Yeah, I don't mind
but
that
it's
at all.
really about supporting each other, helping each other in the industry where you can feel very isolated. You say that?
Yeah, you can feel. Of course, it is. I mean, it is. It's an industry
how do
that
you promote
requires and
yourself?
relies
Like
on
all those
communication
things are like spending so much time on social media
and money. The money that you are expected to expend as an actor, and that is huge when you're a young actor that's entering the profession, especially with a country like this where you've come from Massachusetts or Wisconsin.
Hi, Richard. He joined. Hey.
Yay! Hello, Richard. That is Richard, who is the partnership with Darren Darnborough for We Audition and We Rehearse, which I think actually now they're just calling We Audition.
Yes.
And the We Rehearse thing is another great facility because it enables you.
Well, it's all in the same website.
It enables you to actually practice with fellow actors, and you can do that with people from another part of the world.
You said
So you keep yourself active, you keep yourself connected, and you keep yourself fresh, which is important because you never know when you're going to be called in for an audition. And there's nothing worse than if you've had a period when nothing's been happening, and you walk in and you're a bit rusty, and that's the beauty of We Audition and We Rehearse. It stops you from being rusty, and it gives you opportunities that normally you wouldn't have. I've been noticing a lot from the stage in England, complaints from actors who are not based in London because all the main auditions happen in London. Hey, Peter from Cornwall. How are you?
Yeah, and Caroline too.
Hi. And the fact that the main auditions are held there, and now that is beginning to change, and the producers and casting directors are moving around the country, but ultimately what's really essential and convenient for them is having a We Audition and something like that where they don't have to do that and they can actually audition them remotely. And then if it gets closer to a callback, they can be called down rather than having that huge expense of a train fare to come down for an audition where they may or may not get an opportunity. So clue what I was talking about before we started discussing.
And that's the point. when we do Diary of an Actor and he's in front of the camera and I'm filming, I cannot stop him. And so that's the point of like limiting.
Not having a problem now, you notice. I'm not getting a word in edgeways.
What? I have to fight my way in to get a word in.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anyway, the point is, we're gonna keep doing those edited episodes, so we can also have like guests where I love to film their environment and get also their promo material in there. Also, we'll update you on who we've already interviewed and all
what they're doing,
where they are,
their progress. Absolutely.
Yeah, and they might want to come back in the show also, maybe for live streaming and say, well, this is what I do, and this is my tips. And so we're trying to expand it in different ways now that we know live streaming is something that we can use.
Yeah, we've been, I don't know why, I've never thought of this before, actually.
Well, because it's a little scary.
Yeah, there is that.
Like,
yeah.
Well, but the worst that can happen is nobody's watching, and just get lost in the digital world.
Someone will find it somewhere.
Yeah.
And pick it up.
Exactly.
And chew over it. So yes, so we look forward to seeing more of you, and we will be back next week.
Next week we'll talk about award season.
I think we'll be talking about,
and maybe we should dress up for that episode, for that live streaming. Maybe
just come from the gym.
Yeah.
I'm actually about to go back out there.
Maybe
I'm in recovery, but we won't talk about that. But yeah. So I've been gradually having to get myself fit again.
Oops, decline. Someone's trying to call, but it's an 800 number. I've been having a lot of those. I don't know why.
I don't know why. Well, I know why. He's flipping Walmart or whoever who sells your details.
Amazon. I think it's Amazon.
Sprint. I'm sure Sprint sold my details to somebody getting the most bizarre.
Please wear period costume 1800s. Okay, we'll try. Okay. We'll make an effort.
Find a sponsor for that then.
Yeah.
Madame Tussauds.
But I think because it's award season, maybe you can wear like a little dress up a little.
There we
right?
go. Lucky I have my own dinner jacket.
Well, I have.
You do. You have a very
fair dress.
Fair dress.
I can
Indeed.
try to see if I can wear that.
Which is very special.
It's very special.
Yeah. The Duchess of Cambridge wore one.
Oh, exactly.
In fact, I can't remember someone wore one at the Golden Globes as well. I haven't a clue who. But there you are. So here we are.
Now we need to end this.
Diary of an Actor is back, and we will be seeing you all again next week. If we can, we'll make it Friday.
Possibly, but we leave it open because we might have to do it sometimes in the evening or sometime.
But maybe what we will try and do, if not the day before, certainly on the day, we'll give a bit of notice that hey, we're going to go live.
Yeah, we'll do it like a couple of days before, something like that.
And you'll be able to catch us then. And we do have some guests lined up, but we'll surprise you with those later. And have a fabulous weekend. For those that have connected.
It's going to be cold again in New York. And
I think we've got some snow.
All sunny.
Snow on Sunday, apparently.
Finally.
Mind you, they've been promising us snow, and so far, nothing this end.
There's more snow in Paris than in New York.
There you go.
Anyway.
It's still cold here. Anyway.
Have a fabulous weekend, everyone, and we look forward to seeing you next week.
Very soon.
Bye.
Bye for now. Bye.
And Facebook and we'll see you.